Okay, we are doing section 4.6, modeling direct variation. The direct variation equation that we're going to be using today is y equals a times x. Your a is not going to be 0. And that a is what we are calling the constant of variation, so it's what's relating our x and our y to one another. So we're going to tell if these four equations are direct variation equations. Now, in order to be direct variation equations, they have to be strictly multiplication. There can't be any addition when we solve it for y. So that's going to be our goal. All of these, we need to solve it for y. If it is direct variation, we need to find what the constant of variation is. So I'm going to, on this first one, subtract 2x from both sides. And now we want to solve it for y, so I'm going to divide by -3. And y equals 2/3 x. So is this in the form y equals ax? Yes, it is. And then we have to find out what our constant of variation is. And it's the number right in front of the x, 2/3. Okay, b, we need to solve it for y. Y equals 4 plus x, which is not a direct variation because it's not strictly multiplication. They have that 4 added on there, so no. C, solving for y again. Y equals x plus 1. This one is also not, because it is not strictly multiplication. D, divide by -5. Y equals 4/5 x, which is because it's strictly multiplication, and the constant of variation is 4/5. So direct variation graphs, you're still going to have the same equation, y equals ax. Your slope is the number in front of the x always, so it's a, and our y-intercept is 0. And we know that because we don't have anything added on. So if this is in y equals mx plus b form, the b is going to be 0. Okay, so we're going to graph these. Well, easy. We're just going to start at 0, because we know that's what our y-intercept is when we have direct variation. And then we're going to look at the slope. Our slope is 2/3, which means we have to go up 2, 3 to the right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Connect those 2 points. That's your line. B, still start at 0, 0. This time our slope is -3, so we go down 3 over 1. Make it straighter than that, preferably. And that was the graph for that one. Okay, now we're given a graph, and we have to figure out what the equation is from that. Well, we know it's direct variation because it goes through 0, 0, and we're going to use this point, that's -1, 2, to figure out what the constant of variation is, which is the slope. So, to find the slope, we need our 2 points. Here's 0, 0. So we're going to have 0 minus 2 over 0 minus -1. So our slope is -2, which means our equation for direct variation is y equals -2x. B, find the value of y when x is 30. So we're going to put in 30 for x, and y is -60. Properties of graphs when they're direct variation. Here we have a direct variation equation, and the property is that our a value, constant of variation, is positive, bigger than 0. And the second one, it's direct variation because we're going through the origin, and the property in this one is that our a is negative because our slope is negative. Multi-step equation, we have a saltwater aquarium. S is the number of tablespoons of sea salt needed in a saltwater fish tank. It directly varies with the number W of gallons of water in the tank. A pet shop owner recommends adding 100 tablespoons of sea salt to a 20-gallon tank. So write a direct variation equation that relates S and W. So it's going to be S equals A times W. We don't know what A is. We need to find our A. We're given S and W for one situation, so we're going to solve it for A. We need 100 teaspoons of salt for 20 gallons of water. So we divide salt for A. A is 5. So our equation is S equals 5W. How many tablespoons of salt should be added to a 30-gallon saltwater fish tank? W stands for water, so you're putting in the 30 there. And S is 150, and this is in tablespoons. Tablespoons. Okay, now we can write a direct variation with a ratio. If we're trying to solve it for A, the constant of variation, we can rearrange the direct variation into y over x equals A. So we can find our direct variation, constant of variation, a little bit faster using that ratio. The table shows the cost C of downloading songs on an internet music site. 3 costs $2.97, 5 is $4.95, and 7 is $6.93. So explain why C varies directly with S. What we need to do is divide each one of these. Divide 297 by 3. We have to do this for all three pairs, and it would vary directly with S if each one of those comes out to the same thing. So 297 divided by 3 is 0.99. 495 divided by 5 is 0.99, and 693 divided by 7 is 0.99. So then we can say, so that looks like an 80. Let's try again. So C varies directly with S. Now we need to write it. So that 0.99, that is our A. As you can see from our ratio above, y over x equals A. Well, every time we did y over x and it was equal to 0.99. So now to write the direct variation equation, it's y equals 0.99x. Or we're relating S and C, so it's actually C equals 0.99s. That's the one we want. Okay, that was section 6 on direct variation.